Hello and welcome to Amethyst Art Crafting. My name is Jane Ormark and I'm a UK independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. And we're looking at some of the exciting things that are coming in the new catalogue. It's the mini catalogue which runs from January the 5th through till the end of April. And we've got Celebration, which is for 2 months, 5th of January to the 28th of February. And for anything that you buy within this catalogue or within the annual catalogue, it goes towards you being able to get something completely for free. So you can't actually buy things from here, you can only earn them for free. And it's great. Who doesn't want something free when they place an order? Beautiful stuff in here. Can't show you inside at the moment, but I am going to show you some of the products because as a demonstrator you get to order them early. So I've been lucky to be able to order some lovely sets and I'm showing them all to you so that you can make your mind up. So by the time it comes to January the 5th you'll go like, oh yes, I really like those. Now everybody loves flowers. These ones are incredibly delicate. They're dainty. Dainty Delight it's called, and they really are dainty. You have a set of dies that go with them, and I'm going to show you in the dies some of the ones that aren't actually in. So you've got the outlines to do these 4 images, which is really good. So let me move that to one side for a minute. Then you also have ones to do separate images. So we've got these ones that will do, you know, a little flower on there. And we've got these ones as well. So I've just cut a few out because I tend to cut a few things out so I can work with them. And then we've got these rather lovely pretty ones as well. So they work on their own. You've got this one which we have used once. And I cut it up, but again, you know, put 2 of those together, you've got sort of, you can put it round a circle, you can put it just sort of wherever you want, works really prettily. And then we've got these little flowers, which is this die. It cuts out 4 of them and they're all embossed as well. So you've got a real beautiful sort of texture, and that's what we're using today. The dies are just amazing, they really are. You've got so many things in there. Buy them together as a bundle, you get 10% off. So I thought that we would do something with those. So as I said, I have cut out, and you can see you can take a tiny little scrap to just do these out with. So the pieces that you're likely to throw away, just cut a few of those out, keep them in a little bag, and you can then use them when you want. So I have cut out quite a few, and what I did was I'm just going to put them on here and then we can just add the last few in on there because you can build up the layers. So what I did was I took from our circle dies, I took second size circle down and then 2 down from that, and I then cut out a frame. So I cut those out so it gave me a frame to work with. And then what I've done is I've taken various different pinks and purples, and I'm going to show you where I've got to. And I have, as you can see, that's the actual frame. And then what I've done, I've got a bit of hair on there. What I've done is I've then glued all of the shapes in on there, and I've just done different colours. So we've got melon mambo, we've got some pinks and some purples, and just you can choose whatever colours you want. But the thing is about bringing it up so you've got quite a few sort of layers on there. So I'm just going to do a couple more on here, and you can see where you've got just some little bits of layering on here. Let's have this one in, I think probably about there will work. So I can stick this one in over the top on there, and then I'm going to just have one of these tiny little ones because I think these work quite well as well to just give a little bit of extra definition on there if I can pick it up. If not, we'll have another purpley one. And I'm going to just put this one in on here. So you build it up and give yourself some sort of layers as you go. You could put some up with dimensionals if you wanted to, but I thought that it was going to be, you know, big enough that I didn't want to do that. So you then have this circle. You can then do whatever you want with it. So you can add things in. Now, what I've decided to do is I've taken a piece of, I'm going to take these pieces out so you don't see it all at the same time. Okay, so this is the lovely papers that are free in the celebration. Now, I've shown you a lot of them. They are absolutely stunning. It's the sort of paper I think I will have so many pieces of it. It's untrue. For example, I've cut just a couple of pieces out of this. There's one sheet that you can cut, because I'm going to be doing some of these, that you can literally cut, and all you really need to do, oh, that's one that I've been working on as well, sneak peek. All you need to do really is to just add a sentiment, and you can make 8 cards, 6 cards really quickly and simply out of this. And you've got lovely greens on the back. So this one you've got the pinks, this one you've got the greens on the back, and again they're beautiful. So lots and lots in on this paper pack, and as I say, it's completely free with a qualifying order. So what I'm going to do is, let me just move those bits out of the way for the moment. I've got a card base. I'm going to put this paper down on here. I could mat it, but I don't think if you're doing designer series paper, you don't have to always mat it. You know, we're coming into after Christmas, you know, the early part of the year is the time when, you know, maybe we're a little bit more conscious of our pennies. And I think with everything going up, I'm just making sure I've got that the right way round. You know, we need to budget a little bit more carefully. So let's make the most out of everything we've got. So you don't have to mount everything. Take your circle out of the center. I've got this one that's going to go on here, but from the circle that I took out because I wanted that inside, I've got Spring is Everywhere. Now, I've taken another new set, which is Friendly Gnomes. Now, if you remember, we had the Kindest Gnomes for Christmas. These work with the same dies, but they are, you've got a heart, which would work for Valentine. You've got little flowers in his beard there. You've got flowers and more sort of spring-like. Little tiny squirrel, little bird, lovely sentiments. I love this one. Wishing you the most magical of birthdays. And then you've got the puns. There's gnome one better than you, gnome sweet gnome, and spring is everywhere. So if you want a nice spring sentiment, that would work perfectly. Balloons are always lovely. So let me show you the Kindest Gnomes so that we can see. Let me have a look and see, bring that one out. Here we are. Just trying to find it. Okay, so this was Kindest Gnomes that was in for the Christmas, and this is the other one. So you can see this was very much yes, you could use that for other times, but you know, if you've already got this one, why don't you put, you know, the two of them together? So you've got this little image here where she's got her plaits and things, but her eyes you know, hidden. This one, little eyes out, peeking through. Again on this one with the hat, you know, there he is just with his hat and his boots and things. This one, little eyes peeking out. So I think that that's, you know, it makes it a little bit different. If you love your gnomes, which I do, and I'd already got the dies, I thought, well, I might as well get those as well. So I'm quite pleased with those. I love this, that's smaller. I know I will use it a lot, and whether you're a gnome person or not, I think you'll enjoy some of the things I'm going to do with it, because I'm not going to necessarily use the gnomes all the time, as in this example. So I wanted a spring sentiment, So I've put this one, Spring is Everywhere. So what I'm going to do first of all is I am going to just, which I've done, I've glued that piece on, I forgot about that. Then I've taken from the Colour and Contour, the contour dies, and this is going to go on here because I wanted a bit of texture. Again, you could use rectangles, again you could just use a square, you could use an oval, whatever you've got. I know a lot of you turn around and look at the things that I do for ideas, and then you will turn around and go, oh, actually, I think I've got something that will work. And then you build up your own idea from it, which I think works perfectly. So this is going to come in over the top on here. Okay. Then we've got this lovely piece that's going to come on here. Then we've got this that's going to come underneath. So what I'm going to do is, because I want to have this in first, I'm going to put this in and I'm going to glue this down because I don't want the layers on the sentiment. I want the layers on the actual wreath of flowers that goes round, the spring wreath, which can go in. So we're going to put this one straight in on the centre, so I then know it's going to be balanced nicely. And then this one we're going to put on with dimensionals. So let me just get my dimensionals out. I'm still using my contraband ones that I was given because I'm very much like, you know, use what you've got. But they're not, I will admit, they're not as good as our dimensionals because our dimensionals are hexagonal, which really makes a huge difference. But as I say, I'm not going to waste them, and I'm putting quite a few on because, as I say, they aren't going to be probably quite as strong. So we'll put that in on there, take all of those out, and that then gives us that higher dimension. And as I say, you can do this around any size frame you want. So you could do it around an oval, a square, whatever you want, or just a few at the top of a card. But I thought it would look really pretty. So doesn't really matter which way round it goes, but then I can make sure that I've got it so that it goes nicely in between on here. And you've got that dimension coming up. Then what I did was I've got, you could have it as Spring is Everywhere. However, I did, so there's two ways. I wanted to do this so that you had a little bit of extra dimension coming through in on here. So I actually just cut it out and then matted it. Not completely straight, but with the font that it is, doesn't have to be. I don't want to add any dimension to it because I want the other bit, but I wanted it to just literally add that extra bit of layer and colour and bring in the white from the back. And then in this one, I said that there's a lovely little bird. So I thought, well, springtime, Christmas time and springtime, what do we see a lot of? And it's little robins. So all I've done is I have used crumb cake around the outside, and then I've used calypso coral just on the inside to have him as a little sweet robin. And I am going to put a little dimensional in here. And I'm going to get one of our proper dimensionals because those ones I don't really want to cut them down. So let me just find a dimensional out at the back, and I will probably use one of our minis. Let me have a look and make sure I've got a mini on here to go inside. And this is why I like these, because you can put the mini right in on the centre and you know that it's not going to come anywhere near the sides. So I'm just going to do that, and then we're going to pop him just in on there, up there, or I think just about there will work. So I can have him literally just at the top, which is quite pretty. And then if I wanted to sparkle it up a bit, I'm going to get some of our, I've got quite a few of these, but I'm going to get these ones, which are some little rhinestones. And I'm just going to add a few little rhinestones just in to just add a little bit of sparkle in there. So let me just get them out. So we'll have maybe one in on there, one in on there, oops, and then we'll have one in on here like that. So I've just put 3 in. Don't really want any more. I just want a few, just add a little bit of colour in on there. And as I say, we could put another little sort of twinkly thing round on there if you wanted to. You can carry on as much as you want, but I think that works fine. It gives the, throwing my glue around, gives that beautiful frame with that lovely 3-dimension on it. And as I say, just having the little bird just brings it in with that spring look. And as I say, I have a lot of robins in my garden. In fact, I'm feeding them now because we've just had some really bad weather with some frost and snow on the ground. So the birds find it very difficult. So I put bird seed out for them. So yes, so a lovely pretty card using a lot of the Dainty Delight, but matching it again with a sentiment and a little bird from Friendly Gnomes. So I hope you enjoyed that. As always, please stay safe and well. Please be kind and look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye-bye.